What's going on, brother? Listen, man, I'm new to you guys, and I'm also new to Alex Jones, but I just want to let you guys know you got a lot of support out here in New York, man, from all kinds of people, minorities, people that, I voted for Bush, I voted for Obama, I've been on both sides of the left and right indoctrination, and I really see through it all right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the key is really the Federal Reserve, and even with the wars, because all these wars, somebody's going to come out the winner of this financially, and it's really the big banks, and this is an international thing. It's not an American thing. Well, my question right now, and I know you guys talk about different topics, but because I think it's the foundation of the issue that America's losing its sovereignty is in the Fed, my question is regarding the auditing of the Fed. If we do actually get to audit the Fed, don't they have the power to just falsify the situation like they did with the 9/11 report? Because we supposedly investigated 9/11, and they left Building 7 out. It's just out in the open in your face that nobody cares, and if you ask a question, you're ridiculous, but it's not in the 9/11 Commission report. So if we go ahead and audit the Fed, aren't they going to do the same thing? I mean, how do we make sure that these people are actually going to get audited if the bill even passes?
Well,
you're
absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. I mean, the Federal Reserve has made it clear they're not going to allow themselves to be audited. And, if they go through what appears to be an audit, it's going to be a bunch of fake books that would do Ken Lay or Bernie Madoff with the loot proud. It's just not going to happen. And I have a lot of respect for Ron Paul, and I'm going to support him if he runs again in 2012. But the bottom line is an audit at this point is pointless. They're going to cook the books. They're going to just fake it. The Federal Reserve has already said that there is one set of books that they will never allow to be audited. They've got other sets of books that the government is willing to play with, but they're basically saying the real inner secrets are never going to be made public, probably because if the American people understood just how much wealth has been transferred from the working and middle classes of America to these very rich bankers, amounts that would make the bailouts a year and a quarter ago look like pocket change, there'd be rioting in the streets and they'd be burning the bankers alive at the stake by morning. And that's why it's not going to happen.
They're going to use all kinds of ways of deceiving the people. This Obama thing right now, let me tell you, man, I live in New York, man. It's tough to have a logical conversation out here, man. You know what I mean? I'm a person, I'm Dominican heritage, you know what I mean? I have black people in my family. I've always had, like, these pro-black feelings. But the thing is, oh, man, they're using this, dude. This is like it's an immoral assault on the good intentions of a lot of people, man. Just the fact that we got Rahm Emanuel, this dude is like the most pro-Israeli lobbyist person in the administration right now.
Well, he's suspected of being a spy for Israel.
What's up?
I said he's suspected of being a spy for Israel, and the latest word I have is that he's so annoyed everybody else in the White House that he may have actually destroyed his own power base, and he may be eventually on his way out.
Well, listen, man, I want to thank you guys for the work you're doing, and I want you guys to just keep your minds open and keep pushing because you are reaching people all over the country, man. And, we need your help. We need you guys to really lead the way and show us in the coastal areas where everybody's liberal, everybody's brainwashed out here, man. I used to be and I have nothing against religion, but I know all about indoctrination. I know all about brainwashing. I know all about indoctrinating people, getting them to shame people that aren't accepting the doctrine that you're being fed. I know all about that. And what I'm telling you is this is serious, dude. They're using race. They're using the most sensitive issues possible to push their financial agendas. And for me to even have a logical conversation out here is extremely difficult, my dude. It's weird. I never thought I would get to this place where I relate to you guys like this. I listen to hip-hop music. I don't know anything about no country music. You know what I'm saying? But you guys are right on the nail on this, man, and we need help in the coastal areas and the places where people they think they're igniting the fervor of their liberal base. Man, we are getting brainwashed out here, dude.
Yeah.
It's the same thing where they were saying, Bush, if you go against the war, you're unpatriotic, you're un-American, you're this, you're that. And people been saying this, but it's the truth. You got to say it over and over, man. Because if you speak against the Federal Reserve now, not just healthcare, people ask you, do you have something against this, something against the first black man? Oh, man, being called a racist in this country is the worst thing you could call somebody. And we need more
but they're burning it out. They're burning it out.
Hold on, Paul.
You know, they're burning it out. Like it's like the people go around screaming anti-Semitism. They've used it so much, it's lost its shock value. And, you know, people, you know, used to be, you'd say, you know, are you a racist? Oh, no, I'm not a racist. Oh, you know, please, I'll agree with you. Just don't call me a racist. But it doesn't work anymore. You know, somebody said...
It's not using it. It's not losing it. I know you got to get to other calls. It's not losing its shock value, man. It's really not. These people are pushing it, and people in the cities, we're out here, man. We work hard 9 to 5, come home, play Xbox all day. It's hard to stand up against the, you know, this anarchy and not sound like some crazy loony maniac.
Well, it depends on how you present the thing here. It depends on presented. But my experience is that, you know, when you get out there and you're talking about the issues and they say, you don't agree because you're racist, people are saying, get out of here, racist. That's just an excuse not to debate the actual issues. And, of course, the bottom line for me is back when it was McCain and Obama, and I was very unhappy Ron Paul had been shown the door on the last election. And I backed Obama because he seemed marginally better than John McCain. And so it's okay for me to bash Obama for the terrible job he's doing, and racism's got nothing to do with it. Because back when he was saying he was going to end the war and fix our economy, I supported him on his issues, not because of his color, not because he's from Hawaii and local kind people, but because what he said he was going to do, we wanted to have happen to the country. Well, now he's broken every single campaign promise he's ever made, and it's not racist to point that out.
Absolutely, absolutely. Listen, man, thank you guys for everything you're doing. And I want you guys to really focus, if you can, it's just a suggestion, focus on getting on the Democratic states, man, and these liberal coastal states where people need to understand that they need to fight for their interests. And their interest is not being fought for by either of these parties, man.
Well,
neither of these parties are fighting for the American people right now, in a whole sense.
Okay, Melvin, thank you very much. We're going to let you go here. Thank you very much. And you hit it on the head here, because we're not going to go after Democrats. We're not going to go after liberals. We're not going to go after conservatives, because this is not a partisan issue. The problems that face this country cross all party lines. And I'm not going to waste time arguing over whose neck deserves the tallest tree and the shortest rope among the various parties. They're all corrupt. They're all crooks. They're all incompetent. None of them knows what they're doing. Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, whatever, they're all messed up. It is the system that is the problem, not a particular party. Obama is the product of the environment that created him. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with the last segment of our show today after these words from our sponsors.